Okay, so today I'm being a little big back, and we're going to Wingstop. It's like the chain that's in the States. Rick Ross owns it. Apparently there's one close to my house. And pardon, excuse the mess. Speed and Strength sent me a bunch of stuff, like banners and jackets, a couple legacy helmets, to kind of set up my, what would I call this? My studio, my garage, because I'm starting to shoot like product ads for them. So I have like full-on like roll-out banners that I have to go through and kind of reset up. So that should be interesting. So I have that. But just for today, like I said, we're just riding over to Wingstop. On the docket, I watched the Brude Talk podcast last night with Nate. I'm gonna try and get all the names. Nate, Adobe Moto, and Storm 6R. And honestly, it was a great watch. It's different, like they mentioned in the video, because it's a podcast made by guys that ride motorcycles, about motorcycles, and it's fuck it, it's for the demographic. It's by colored people, brown people, however they wanted to word it, that's how I'm gonna word it. No offense to any of like white people podcasts that make those. I think it was just cool, and they really touch on it too, that you're able to see people that look like you doing stuff you want to do. So it's cool. I'm gonna kind of touch on some stuff they spoke about there, but for now I'm just gonna put my helmet and gloves on, throw my camera bag on, and then we're gonna hit the road. Okay, all right, we're back. Yeah, well, let me just do this. That should hopefully sync it together, just to get a different perspective. I don't know, I want to be creative today on my journey to Wingstop. Alright, so we are back. Hopefully I can shoot this one today and like post it, because I've been recording so many vlogs as of recently, and I have not been posting them. So yeah, as I was saying before we left my house, I'm feeling very big backish today, and I'm like, yo, I was looking for wings last night on Uber Eats, and I saw that Wingstop was popping up. So I did a little investigation, had to review, wanted to make sure it's the right one, the one that Rick Ross has restaurants in, and I was like, oh, it is. So I was like, superb. Today I'm gonna go get some wings from Wingstop. What the fuck was that screeching sound? So yeah, I'm on the way right now, leaving my house. Before I left, I want to say I watched the very first Brude Talk podcast last night, and I honestly really enjoyed it. As I mentioned earlier on, it's great to see, let me just get in the fourth. It's great to see people that look like me talking about the things I enjoy. So to see a cast of, it's like a Filipino and a black, like mix, and then a black guy, I'm pretty sure Nate's black, kind of just discussing motorcycles and discussing topics that like me and my friends talk about all the time. And I think me and Storm are pretty close in age, so I thought it's nice to hear his opinion about kind of motorcycle and how it affects his life in general, because it's relatable in a sense. Both my parents rode, but my dad just rode more than my mom, and then my dad let his license expire. But since he's from Jamaica, it's lawless. I don't want to say it's lawless, but dudes just ride bikes. They've been riding them since such a young age, so they know how to, and he knew how to. But when you're in Canada, you got to get your license. We went way back when, he let it expire. Then finally I was like, you know what, let's do this. We went and did wrote the M1, we did the M2 exit course together. If you haven't done it, I highly recommend it, especially if you're a new rider or you're thinking about getting into riding. Do all the appropriate steps. Don't try and be a lawless individual with no plates, no insurance, God forbid you get into an accident and you're not covered. Or it's something that could have been avoided if you had the proper skills on how to do so. I got my license. Now, my mom was like, I don't want you riding, it's so dangerous. And I'm like, yeah. I get it, but to be honest, riding is very dangerous, and I don't make it look any better by riding and not holding onto the handlebars, but riding is a dangerous thing, and I understand the risks that come with it, but I would never give it up at this point. It's the exhilarating feeling of riding, making new friends, networking, just me and a bike, and now me and a bike and some music is my favorite part of all of this. And that's something that I truly don't think I would give up at any point, even after any accidents I've had. It's gonna take, literally, I'm missing a limb or I just physically and mentally cannot function to operate a motorcycle for me to stop. So if you kind of made it this far, tell me like what got you guys or got you into riding motorcycles, because everyone's reason's a little bit different. Mine stems from my dad, the movie Biker Boys. Why am I drawing a blank? Yeah, stems from my dad, the movie Biker Boys. My little brother also rode as well. So like there's so many factors into why I enjoy it and what made me want to get into it. So I'd love to know everyone else's opinion. Downtown Oshawa. If you're from out this way, you know that Oshawa is Oshawa. Silver lining with everything, I guess. But you know what? I'll say this. As much as everyone rags on Oshawa, it's like every other city. Unless you live out in the middle of nowhere, that every city has its shitty parts. And just like everything in life, doesn't matter how good something is, once something has a shitty annotation, it doesn't go away. It's sad to see, but Oshawa is so big and so vast that if you go to the outskirts, you'd be like, are we even in Oshawa anymore? What's something else that was really cool? Keen. Oh, there's a part in the video, there's two more parts, but one part of the video talks about what is, I guess Nate said it, self-preservation. And that goes hand in hand with kind of how I ride now. And that means for me, like, there's people waiting at home for me, people that love me, people that need me. So me constantly riding like a hooligan just kind of dies out, and which is fair. It's probably not for everyone. It's completely not for me anymore. I'll get from point A to point B. I ride with my boys sometimes, and I'm like, yo, just don't wait. You guys don't have to wait for me. Do what you're doing. Like, I'll get there. Like, I'm not worried. If something happens, you'll hear about it. But in the grand scheme of it, it's like, I'll get there when I get there. I just don't feel like doing 240 all the way there for the sake of doing 240. Oh, good black crack. So I don't do it anymore, and that's fine. There are the occasions where I'm like, yo, I'm down to go balls to the walls for a little bit, when the circumstances are right. There's more to it. Like, yes, there's my life, but it's also my bike. I love my bike. There's also that this is slowly becoming a source of income for me. So like, this is an income loss. This is a beautiful hobby that I picked up. It is a gateway for a lot of things. So like, to lose this or lose my license, and then the trickle down effect of everything is putrid. So it makes no sense to take that risk. So it's self-preservation. I'm looking out for me, I'm looking out for the fam, and all those fun things. Woo. Now, I get it. I don't ride like perfectly. Like, yeah, I'm not wearing gear. I know they say you should dress for the slide, not the ride. But I do understand the risk I take. It is my risk. So for you gear police out there, turn your sirens off, because I won't stop. Oh, there's a bike up there. Just gonna squeeze on by. Excuse me. Sorry, everybody else. Ah, what is he riding? Alright, I'll pass you so you can see. What's up, buddy? No idea who that is, but guess what? You're gonna be on YouTube. You gotta go through the moment now. You gotta. Oh, come up. Why won't you? Don't be shy. Come on. Come on. Okay, fine. I hope he doesn't think I ride like a hoonigan. I just wanted to say, hey, you know, like, we're all in this together. We're all one big family. But if anyone watches my videos and they're from Ontario, let's pinpoint it more down to the Durham region, and you know who that guy is, try and find him. Because you know what? I like that he was just like, yo, you know, I'm chilling, my boy. I'm not trying to do nothing crazy. I'm just out here for a good time and a long time. And I respect that. But I do want a riding buddy. Not so much. You know what? Scrap. Yeah, I want a riding buddy, but what I want most is a friend to just go out and make content with. Like, shoot. I want a content buddy, but not like, hey, I shoot videos. I shoot like I want a content buddy. Why does that sound like I'm asking about an OnlyFans? I want a friend that is in the same kind of realm or niche that I'm in. They like motorcycles and they like to make videos. Either they vlog or they just like making reels, and that's what they're into because that's what I enjoy. I want to be able to like brainstorm and bounce ideas off. I want to just get up and be like, yo, what are you doing today? Do you want to go shoot? And they're down. So that's what I'm looking for. A content friend. I'm looking for a content bro because with us being in Canada, we don't get the same exposure. With us being in Canada, we don't get the same exposure as dudes in the States. And it sucks because I guess they kind of live in places where it's so warm or it's so easily connected and they're down to make journeys and hit each other up and just make videos, which is really, really what I want to do. I don't even know all their names, but kind of the same ones I see all the time. Will Hill Kid, if I said that right, S1K Rocket, ZX10 Maz, Rafa, like the Ghost Racing, the Quiet, all of those dudes are able to get together and just like, alright, fuck it, let's have fun. Let's make shit. That is so peak. We're so close yet so far away from Wingstop. And lastly, this is the topic that I think is pretty big. My head, like I said. The topic that's pretty big for me is getting back on it after you've crashed. So my first prolific crash was coming back from Montreal. We were heading home. A truck went on the inside lane. I went on the outside lane. And as I was in the turn, kind of like a small bend, I don't even want to say I was leaned over. Slightly leaned over probably. Nothing crazy because I don't drag me. So yeah, the truck's back end swerves out, and as it swerves out, I'm like, fuck, I really have two options here. Get smoked by the truck or stand the bike up. So when I stood the bike up, it kind of just took its set path, which was see you in the gravel. Then I just kind of rode the bike out, but before the bike could do its actual damage and like flip and roll and tumble, I kind of jumped off. And then the bike just did its thing. I walked out of the ditch. With that being said, every single time I was riding after that on the highway or anywhere where there was a truck and I felt like the truck was going to kind of swerve or anything, I got very paranoid and I'd instantly slow down and kind of create a distance between me and the truck, resulting in basically me just having to keep doing it like repeatedly. Like I gotta go past this truck. At some point I gotta pass this truck, either on a straight or something, and I just kept doing it over and over again until I kind of got over it. And that was the most important thing. Is just repetition. Getting back on the horse, which is basically what I did. I powered through the horse. I powered through the horse to basically overcome the obstacle, which was the crash in the truck. And that's just kind of how it goes. If you don't ever get back on after a crash, you're never going to know if you could have continued to proceed with growing and learning as a rider. I never got back on my motorcycle or a motorcycle, I would not be where I am today, which is making content and just enjoying everything as its whole. What is going on here? So I'm proud of myself for doing that. If you live in Canada or Ontario, you know, for the past couple of weeks we've had dog shit weather. I mean, like, you wake up and it's like, today's high is 18 with a low of 11, and you're like, bro, what the fuck? It's only August. How are we at that? The weather ain't weathering. But then now, bro, it's 24, 25 and sunny, probably feeling like 28. I'm outside in a t-shirt. It makes no sense. And I'm like, how is this a thing? But that's part of living in Canada or Ontario. If I had a trailer, I literally think I would drive to Ottawa every weekend to go hang out with my boy Foul Bunny and just make content. Because that's just what it is with me and him. We see content creating as fun, or I truthfully see it as fun, with the potential of becoming a business. And like I've said before, I never want to treat this as work. I love it. I love recording. I love editing. I love sound, audio design. Those things are probably up there with me. The things that I love most about this whole process. Am I really going to try and squeeze in? I love that. So, like, if I'm able to go out there and fucking create with him, try new video ideas and all those, why the fuck wouldn't I? Just wouldn't ride 4 hours every single time. Alright, ladies and gents, we are here at Wingstop. I hope it's actually fucking good. Before anyone says it, I get it. Black guy going to Wingstop, deal with it. Oh, they fucking that shit up. Goddamn. Alright. I'll be right back. Give me a sec here, guys.
Alright. So I got it. I got my food. I didn't want to eat inside and kind of invade their space with a camera. And nobody's stealing my stuff, I hope. I mean, you never know. So yeah, I got lemon pepper with hot classic and some parm fries and a smart water because water is good for you. And there you go. What? Hold on. I hope the quality shows up how dusted these are. This is what we came here for. Yo, chat, clip this. Chat, I hope you're seeing this, or whatever YouTube. These look bussin'. Honestly, I'm gonna try the drumstick first. Oh, that was good. Could use a little bit more almond pepper on it. I like that they're naked wings and not breaded. Oh, that's insanely good. All right, let's go for this classic hot. Yeah, this is a nice wing. Oh wow, yeah. Good, good. Holy fuck! I like squirted some juice out. I ain't even mad at it. I'd say 10 out of 10. 0 complaints. All right, I'm gonna finish mowing these and then I'll be back.
Shout out to Wingstop for having some fire food. Like, I honestly say 10 out of 10. If you're, it's probably a lot better because in the States. Okay, so yeah. I have this big box of Parmesan fries from Wingstop underneath my shirt because I did not know how much French fries come in that little package. But I'm like, yo, they're so good that I didn't want to give them away. And now I'm here with it. But I will say this, 10 out of 10. And for anybody that lives in the States and like you're a big back, like a real big back, I get it. I honestly truly get it. because I only got like an 8-piece. But yo, the lemon pepper, maybe I'm crazy, it felt like they drizzled a little bit of butter on it, and it was wild. So if you're in Durham or probably in the GTA or somewhere in Canada and there's a Wingstop near you, I 100% recommend going to it. This is the clear indication. I got my parm fries underneath my shirt and I refuse to throw them out. It feels very weird to ride though, like I'm overextended on the handlebars, but so be it. Now I'm just gonna quickly ride around for a bit. I really don't got much to talk about, so I don't see the point in dragging everybody along with it. But if you did come along today, or you stayed this far, I appreciate it as always. First time ever, I'm gonna say go ahead, like and subscribe. Honestly, it goes a long way. I'm hoping to be somewhat monetized before the season's completely over. So yeah, every little follow goes, to be very honest. Just to kind of get that reach out there. But yeah, peace, ride safe, and have a good time.